Okay, so now I'm going to share what I haven't said, how have felt during this post-awakening, post-Dark Night of the Soul, post-awakening, and uh, this process of it's been several years since awakening, and I would say that yes, there's been a lot of embodiment, a lot of grounding, a lot of getting back to, I mean, just really resting in this new awareness. I don't even know the words to say, and just a new way of living. However, what I haven't mentioned that's been going on for the last, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years, it's gotten really strong, is my, I took some notes like, I don't care about anything. My irreverence for the spiritual journey anymore. I have no care about anyone, anything. I don't feel any love. Like I was feeling this last week. I was like, okay, what? And where I go out and I'm amongst people and doing my job and all this sort of stuff. And this is what I'm telling you now is not a result of anything going on in my work situation, the exhaustion and all that drama. This was happening prior, and I suspect that me taking this job was a distraction to what I knew was going on, but was trying to avoid. So where was I? Like I could be out in public, and yes, I mean, yes, I can feel the oneness of everything. Like my experience is as I'm walking around being a normal person shopping, I see, I, I feel it, total unity. And at the same time, total emptiness. I don't care. I don't feel love for these people. They're like they don't exist. It doesn't feel like reality. Now I know this happens along the process of awakening, but this is a different thing as I'm learning, as the universe just showed me. Um, just a real lack of, I don't even like, what is the point of this life? What is, not in like a truly depressed way, but in kind of like, oh, uh, if this is awakening, give me something else because it's become so flat. There's no more bliss. There's nothing, and I don't give a shit about anything. I'm not interested in anything. Maybe that's not completely true, but it's kind of how I feel. And this whole time, and the biggest thing is I literally have no motivation to do anything. Now, I never much had any motivation to do anything anyway, like achieve something or, have a business or whatever, because, in my soul contract, I have the two numbers that you need to have achievement energies. I have the karmic fours and a karmic nines, and they're like, nope, we're going to keep you down. You you're not here to achieve. But what I'm realizing right now is our karma really it's not a punishment or something that we bring in with us. Are these numbers there in kind of in their expressing as their negative form only to keep us on track? I was never meant, I'm just realizing this now. I really was never meant to have, if I were to have um talented all this positive 4 and 9 energy, I would be on like out there achieving things, creating things, doing things, having business, helping people, do 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 do. But that would have taken me off my true, real reason for being, which is what my soul has always wanted, is not just enlightenment or awakening, but full enlightenment, full liberation. That's what I've always, always longed for. Oh, I know I'm getting off track. But anyway, no motivation. Like like not even to clean the house anymore. It's like nothing. And I have said to people, I don't know if I'm depressed. I don't feel depressed. I'm not depressed. This is something else that's going on. And in the back of my mind, way back there where I didn't want to look at it, I knew what was going on. I knew that really in this space, this is where the real work of the spirit, your spiritual journey takes place. I know that sounds crazy because you think, oh, you do all that work and then you awaken and blah, blah, blah. But I can see that the real work happens now, post awakening, post settling down. You're in the flow, you got it. You see everything a certain way. There's no attachments, blah, blah, blah. But there's still enough, like definitely my ego, the ego I is still hanging around big time. And I know I'm not making much sense, but what I've known is I've still got a heavy duty amount of ego that's clinging for dear life. And it's clinging for dear life. It's like the last aspects of your ego that is looking that we've all been conditioned. Like we're so conditioned to do something out into the world, to achieve something, to be of service, earn your keep on this planet. You have to become a somebody. If you're just sitting around doing nothing, this is wrong, you know, whatever. And I I knew that this part of myself was lingering out here. And I was ignoring it, ignoring it, ignoring it, getting a job, doing that, ignoring it. Still, see, getting the job. I want to be somebody. I want to be recognized. I want to be a part of this world kind of thing. Oh God, this is it's like a lot for me to take in because it's all like coming together. But I knew that this part of me had to go, but I've been ignoring it, ignoring it, ignoring it until once again, this little, let's see, like with my two cats dying, and I had that, oh, maybe I'm supposed to do readings for animals, and oh, that might be the thing. And I knew all along that was an ego thing, and I've been trying to figure out what can I do? What can I do? And I've been trying to revive old things that I had sold contracts, all this, do that. Oh, why can't I find the energy to do it? And all of this, I have known, I know has all been ego driven. You know, oh, maybe I can make some money. Oh, I'll be recognized for something. Even doing these fucking videos, even doing this right now is ego driven. Is it or isn't it? There's a fine line right here because I think this is important information. And I see so clearly now that my work is, yeah, before I say that, the reason why I finally get it now, I think that's going to be the title of the video. I finally get it now, but I knew it all along, is because yesterday I stumbled upon the universe sent me a video, just what I needed to hear, right? And it like hit me like I crashed into a brick wall. And and I think it was a result because after I decided, okay, doing these animal readings, this cat, you know this is ego driven and you're just doing this out of fear, you need money, blah blah blah. Um and I said, this isn't working. This didn't bring me very much joy. It didn't feed my soul. What is going on? What are you trying to do? And I just said, it's like I give up. And at that moment of giving up, that's when, of course, the video shows up. So what video am I talking about? It's called, oh crap, where is it? Hold on. I want to find it for you because if you have had an awakening and you're in this zone, this video is going to help you so much. And the channel is called Surreal Mind. And I think it's an AI video, but it is so fucking good. And it's called Why Spiritual Awakening Killed Your Motivation. And it's all Carl Jung's work. And he's talking about that you're in this state of limbo. Like, what does he say? He's like, um, it's called the Nigredo stage, where you're too conscious to go, like all motivation and everything gone. Caring, whatever, you don't want to do anything. There's no blah blah blah, no meaning, no purpose in your life. There's nothing for you to do. You can't figure it out. Old ideas are not working, but you've got this like thing in your head. Like for me, it's like, you got to do something. You're here to be of service. Don't you need, well, you can't just sit around and do nothing all day. Um, you got to make some money maybe. What else? And I feel this intense, it's literally like a monkey on my back saying, and you're running out of time. You got to do it now. And of course, I'm well aware that that was all ego, but I couldn't say no to it. But now I see it for what it is. It's blocking me from actually entering into grounded being, expression, soul, and being purpose expression. Because I'm in the middle stage, this Nigredo stage, too conscious to go back asleep, but not awake and clear enough in the psyche to get full expression of my authentic self. And I keep interrupting the cycle. So what I have to do is consciously work with doing nothing. Do you know how difficult that is? And I am have got to surrender. Just, and it makes me want to cry. It's scary. And even in meditation, like I had a difficult time going into meditate because I can feel the ego in myself fighting for dear life. So this is a death moment coming up where you just let go of everything and do nothing. Yeah, it's scary as hell. I'm not sure I made a whole lot of sense, but I think I did. I know I say that all the time. But what else do I want to say? Yeah, that video, of course, I'm going to link it in the description. It is so helpful. And it has some practices. It talks about where you write down and I did the little practice. My whole body started shaking and it wants to cry because there's a big ego death coming. Yeah, because I have to say, trying to dredge up, trying to figure out something to do with, if you're trying to figure out something, that's totally ego driven, right? I know that, but it's hard to stop a train. It's hard to stop that such ingrained conditioned behavior. And I want to, and I haven't felt in harmony. You can be awakened and be fully conscious of what's happening, but still not be expressing your authentic self. And I think, oh, no, I know because I can see it in others and I could see it in me. I just didn't want to do anything about it, or admit it because um, there are so many people out there, their YouTube channels talking about Kundalini, doing interviews, doing this, doing that, having classes. Let me lead you into awakening. And I can tell that they have yet to let go. You can tell ego motivation like a mile away. If I can see it in myself, I can see it in others. And I can see, oh, they've interrupted this process of doing nothing that could last for months or years. And I think, now I understand why they say don't start teaching unless you've had a good many years, 6 to 10 years of embodying this. Because really, it's only after a settled down awakening, meaning like you've come out of the transcendent, the bliss, things are popping off, your still traumas are coming up, blah, blah, blah. And then it settles down and you're like, oh yeah, yeah, I've arrived in a good spot. Not that I'm finished, but I've arrived, I'm embodied, I feel it. Yeah, I'm very conscious, I'm not attached. And people think this is it, but I've just realized it's just the beginning for me. There's a lot more to go. But I think people interrupt it and they go, "Ooh, I'm going to start doing interviews and I'm going to start talking about it." And you can tell it's not their authentic expression. I don't know why I cry sometimes. I don't know what that means, why it comes over me like that. Because authentic expression is just different, isn't it? I mean, maybe this is authentic expression. Maybe this is what it feels like to express yourself authentically. Maybe this is what I'm here. Maybe this is what my authentic expression looks like, describing my own process, my own faux pas, foibles, my arrogance. Yeah, my understandings, my ahas. Yeah, so, and and yeah, so anyway, if you are feeling this way, lost, and I think that this video is relevant not just for someone who's had, a full self-realization awakening, but anybody at any stage where you're just suddenly hit with a transition stage and you think, "Oh, I'm depressed. I have no motivation." I think that the tips and the things that are worded in this video would be so helpful because I think at every stage when you're hit with this, I have no motivation, I don't know what my purpose is, there is something in you that wants to be released. And here's the thing, my ego fooled me. I was like, why do these ideas of wanting to work with this person and teach this class and do this, why do these keep coming up year after year after year? And I can't get, it's like a monkey on, it is a monkey on my back. Why can't I get rid of it? And my little ego mind was tricking me and it was saying, it's because you're meant to do it. There's something here. We have to complete the cycle. We have to blah, blah, blah. And I just realized no, because I also have a friend that is going through the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, I need to finish this. I need to do this. I want to teach that. I want to do that. And they're coming up to be released. I was never meant to do the, it's not that I was never meant to do them, but I don't believe I'm meant to do them in the way and in the consciousness that I am now. It needs to happen from a clear perspective and in a more authentic way, whatever that means. It can't be the old way. So these things keep coming up for me, which is scary as heck. Like in meditation today, my throat started like clenching up because it was like, you're going to release the throat is your expression, right? Your divine will or ego will. And it's like, I have to let go of these projects. I mean, just not let go of them, but say, okay, no, my need to want to work with somebody and do a class, I have to let that go. I have to let it all go right now. And I could feel that's what it is, my sense of self clinging for dear life because it's dying. Even more of myself is dying. And I've said this a bazillion times in my videos that years ago I like was begging the universe, I'm willing to be a nobody for full enlightenment, a nobody. And that's much harder than than you can imagine. But it has to be done. If full enlightenment is what your soul is craving, longing for, destined for, you have to go to this extreme. Now, maybe this lifetime you are meant to have awakened and share your gifts in a more achievement oriented way to reach a lot of people. I am not in any way um, denouncing that because we all have, different reasons for being here. Um, yeah, I can't wait to find out mine, but I don't know. I know what mine is, but yeah, but this is really it's it's a lot more difficult than you can ever imagine, especially when you're doing it consciously. When you say, "Okay, I will let this go." Boy, whew, it's tough. Anyway, I hope what I've shared is helpful, and I hope that video is helpful. It's just gorgeous. It's a little long, you know how those AI videos they keep going on and repeating themselves, but it's so good. Anyway, until next time.